Mrs. Johnson, the mother of 3 children. For her, it may take several years to recover from the trauma she had in the Gippsland 2012 flood. As she mentioned, the heavy rainfall started and continued for 48 hours in June 2012, and then she noticed that the river started to rise. The 2012 flood was a very tragic experience in her life. She lost her husband, and one of her sons is still fighting for life after he was critically injured during the flood. She found 400 hectares, and 200 hectares were completely inundated. 2 tons of hay and 3 tons of grain were completely destroyed. 20 of her beef cattle and 15 of her cows were perished during the flood. Yes, I'm talking about 21st century, and still flood is causing millions of dollars damage every year in all around the world. In Australia, flood is regarded as the most costly and most destructive natural disaster. For example, the Gippsland 2012 flood caused $116 million damage. Researchers believe that by developing innovative and creative methods, we can mitigate the impact of flooding on our lives and environment significantly. And from 40 years ago, many methods have been developed. But unfortunately, most of these methods were designed for urban areas without any paying attention to regional and rural parts of the world. My research focuses on a holistic solution to cope with the flooding impact as a consequence of climate change in regional and rural parts of Australia. This method is called blue-green infrastructure, which is an interconnected network of natural and design landscape components, including water bodies and green and open spaces, which can provide multiple functions, such as water storage for irrigation, wetlands area for wildlife habitat, water purification, and flood control. In this method, the landscape components will provide alternative pathway to stormwater, slow down the progress of water, and mitigate the impacts of flooding. So, infiltration and storage components can be kept connected through a linear water transition system. During the heavy rainfall, when the maximum capacity of one component is reached, another component will provide support and will collect the water. By designing this system, we can help millions of farmers like Mrs. Johnson in all around the world to cope with the flooding impacts on their farms, lives, and crops. Moreover, we can help them to get the benefits of this stormwater by reusing the stored water for their farm's irrigation during the drought periods. Thank you.